This is a demonstration of Project 1 Fabflix for CS122B for UCI by Kenny Fu and Daniel Binoy. This is Daniel Binoy speaking. Also, this is for the quarter spring 2021. Okay, so first I'm going to start by SSHing into our instance. You can see that we're there. I'll do an ls in the home directory. We'll see the only thing there is movie-data.sql. So to start off with, I will clone our repository into our home directory. So I'll say git clone, and then this. We now have it. I'll now cd into our directory. Next, I will run a git log to show that I don't have any extra commits. These are our latest commits. So I'll do a wq. Next, I will show all the databases that exist on this server, just to show that there isn't an existing MovieDB that's in use. So I'll run the show database command. We'll see there's only these databases, none of which are the MovieDB. Next, I will use the create table command that we made, or the create table.sql file, to run some commands to create the tables that we need. And for us, it's actually create table one word under the DB folder. And I'll use my username and my password. So that should have created all the tables. Next, I will populate all the data. And this is again using that movie-data.sql file in our home directory. So I'll run that. This might take a minute or two. In the meantime, I can show what's on my screen. This is just our GitHub repository with the README, all the instructions. This is the Tomcat Manager. And this is where eventually our web application should be once the whole building process is complete. Okay, next up, I'm going to show my data counts. And this is just the counts from the stars and movies tables. So I'll run that command as well. You can see these are our data counts. Next, I'm going to build our WAR file using nvn package. Give it a second to run everything it needs to. Perfect. Next, I will show the Tomcat web apps folder just to show that it's not already there. The only thing we have is the root directory, which is also empty. I can actually show that as well. So that's currently empty. Next, I'm going to copy the newly built WAR file into the web apps directory. I need sudo permissions, so I'll add a sudo to the beginning. Perfect. Next, I will show the web apps folder again. It should have the WAR file. At this point, we have to do a few extra steps. So for our app, the front end is running on React. And we cannot run npm run build in our AWS instance just because our AWS instance is so slow that it freezes every time we run it. So to deploy the front end, we have to build it locally on our machine, as in we just run npm run build on our machine, and then push the whole build to GitHub, and then it's in here in a folder called build. So we're going to be copying that folder over to the root directory to serve that as well. Okay. So to do that, we actually included instructions in our README on how to do that, as well as the commands needed to do that. So we'll run the commands. To start off with, we will navigate to the Fabflix folder. This is where we have all our front-end stuff. Then we're going to copy the build folder into the root folder in web apps. This is just, build was built on our development machine. It's just all the front-end stuff. Finally, we're going to copy the contents of build config into root as well. This just contains like a meta-inf and web-inf, context XML and web XML files, just to set up some stuff to make sure that everything sort of works perfectly, especially with some routing. Okay, now if I refresh the Tomcat Manager, you'll see that we have this is our API endpoint, and then this is our web application. It's running just at just slash, right? So if I open that up, you'll see that we have the top rated movies. I'll just make this a little bit bigger. I'll move this to the side over here. Okay. So let's see. This is our link. You can see it's actually hosted at our website. This is the movie list page. It shows you the top rated movies. You can see they're ordered by rating. And you can kind of, I'll scroll down kind of slowly just to show all 20 entries in there. Right. So again, pretty nice, I think. Next, I will click on a movie title hyperlink. Let's go with Footlong. Right. You can see that we have, this is our single movie page. It's at /movie/the movie ID. You can see that we have all the necessary data. We have the name of the movie, the rating, the genre, and this would be a list of all the genres. Then we have the release date, the director, and all the stars in the movie. So next I will click on one of the stars. Let's go with Art Donovan. You can see the star page. This is at /star/the star ID. We can see the name of the star, the birth year, and the movies that they were in. This guy was just in Footlong. On the single star page, I can return to the movie list page just by clicking the movie list button. And now we're back here. All this data is perfect. I will repeat steps 4 through 6, except now with a star. So we can also click directly to any of these stars. So let's try going with, I don't know, Matt Golan, right? This takes us directly to the single star page, same information. The birth year in this case is not available, but we can also see the movies that he was in, right? And we can go back to the movie list. And actually this time, instead of clicking this button, which would work, I can actually just click up here. So there's two ways to get back, but yeah, both of them work. Yeah, that should be it. So again, this was our Fabflix project, which is project 1 for CS122B. This was done by Daniel Binoy and Kenny Fu. This is Daniel Binoy currently talking. And yeah, that is all. I'll also just exit out of here.